Hi there, welcome back to this channel. This is where I talk about music production and gear and nerdy stuff. Today it's nerdy stuff. I am planning to reinstalling my Windows system, doing a clean reinstall, formatting my hard drive and getting the system up and running again. I got this new SSD, which I'm going to do a review of in another video. I just want to get a clean state, get everything up and running again. And I thought to make this video because many of you perhaps want to do a clean reinstall of Windows, but you are afraid of losing data and things like that. And I'm just going to give you some pointers in this video on what to kind of think about in terms of what you can back up and what you can download again. Hopefully help you do this yourself. As I said, sometimes doing a clean install of Windows, wiping everything is just the only way to solve potential problems with your Windows installation. For example, my son had huge issues connecting his Oculus Quest 2 to his PC. We could not get it to work. The USB connection didn't work at all, and tried new drivers, tried everything, and well, then I just had to reinstall Windows and everything worked again. That is just one example of why you might want to reinstall Windows. So formatting your hard drive and doing a clean install though it's going to delete all of the data on your drive. So you need to make sure you have a plan for what you have stored on that hard drive and where you're going to put it during the installation process. If you need to back up anything, you can back it up. If you don't have a lot of data, you can back it up to a Google Drive account, for example, or if you have a laptop, you can buy an external hard drive, connect that to your laptop, and you can move files over there while you reinstall your system. But I will get to that later on. And I have to give you a little disclaimer. I can't be responsible for you if you lose any data. I might forget something in this video, and you are welcome to point that out in the comments below. If I do, just be careful and don't rush this. So what we are starting with is that we want to separate what you can download again or what you can offload to another hard drive. So with that, I mean, let's take a look at my desktop here. I have a lot of things. But if you just take a look here, Ledger Live, that's a software, you can download it again. Diablo 2 Resurrected, that's a game, you can download it again, so you don't need to back it up. Fortnite, a lot of things there, you know. So games, applications, things you have licenses to, nowadays you can just download them again. Okay, so let's take a look at my PC here now. Forget all of the other hard drive here. Let's just focus on the red one here. So let's just pretend that this is the only drive in my system. So here is my local drive. It's full. This is where I have my Windows installation. This is also where I have my production folder, where I produce music. By the way, if you want to check my Spotify, the link is in the description below. And on Windows, most of your files are under the user folder and your account name. And here you have all of your files. If you store your files in the default location under Windows, such as documents, pictures, and things like that, you will have all of your files here. So if we go into pictures, I have some pictures here. We can see, okay, I have some thumbnail pictures. They are stored there. We have a document folder, and in the document folder, this can be a folder where applications are storing configuration files. So if we go to, for example, my games, Path of Exile, here are some configuration files or things like that. What you could do, you could have a external hard drive connected to your PC, and you could go to your users folder and you could just copy that folder, let's say to an external drive. So I will make a folder here called backup, like so. And I then go to my Windows users folder, my account folder, copy and paste it in here. Continue. So now the PC is copying everything under your images folder here, everything under your documents folder here, anything under your music folder, downloads folder, and your desktop. So you're actually copying all of those folders to another hard drive here. Another thing you could do is if you have just a few documents, just a few text files, not that much data as I have 40 gigabytes. That's a lot of data. But you could also go to your, for example, Google Drive, and you could just take a file. You could make a backup folder here, call it backup, like so. We can go into that file and we can drag a text file, and it's uploaded to Google Drive, and it's on the internet when you are getting your new PC up and running, and it's ready for download. Also, if you have any folders on your desktop, for example, I have some kind of mining software here, or some Minecraft things, you could just right click, send it to a zip file like so, and you can find your zip file somewhere on your desktop and drag it in. As I said earlier, taking backup of applications such as the Adobe software package, perhaps if you use that, the Office package, Microsoft Teams, I don't recommend doing that. It's just better to download the installation again. One thing I can mention is that if we talk about games, there's a lot of games that take up a lot of space. Those games, if you have another external hard drive, you could actually copy the game folder to that external hard drive and copy it back to your new hard drive when you get Windows installed again. So let's say if you have, for example, World of Warcraft or something, you could go into the folder here. You could actually take World of Warcraft and you can copy it, paste it onto another hard drive in USB drive or something you have connected to the PC, and you can take it over again, and it should work. Maybe the launcher for the game want to know where the files are again, and you just have to go in and press browse, and okay, the files are there, and it works again. And the same thing with, for example, Steam. If you use games from Steam, they are usually stored in, if you haven't done anything yourself, they're stored under program files and under Steam. And you have Steam apps, and you have common. So here I have Cyberpunk, it's 64 gigabytes. Red Dead Redemption, that's 120 gigabytes. You could just take those folders here, you could copy them, and you could also place those files on another hard drive, so you don't have to download them again. If you have a slow internet connection or a metered internet connection, that could be a good thing to do. Or you could just download them again if you want. It's no problem. Then we have another thing you have to think about. You have to think about emails. You have to think about bookmarks. I'm not going to tell you how to backup it because people use different things, but it's important to think about it. For me, I use Google Chrome. My bookmarks, they are synced to my Google account because I'm logged into Google Chrome here. I don't really need to care about that. When I reinstall my PC, I log into Chrome. The bookmarks are stored on the web or on the Google Cloud, so I don't have to think about that. Another thing about email, I use Google Gmail, so all of my mail are also stored there, so I don't really have to do anything about that. I just have to log in again and all of my emails are there. But if you are using, for example, another email client, if you have some old setup, you have to make sure that you have to go into your email client. There's probably some export function there somewhere. You click file and you export your emails and store them on another hard drive or some online storage. So you have to think about that, so you don't lose anything. So emails, documents, bookmarks, those things people often miss taking a backup of. And also, again, now I just took my complete user folder and just copy it over to my other hard drive. You could also just go into your user folder, just be a little more selective here on what you want to take a backup of. And also, if you do like myself, if you store something on your local drive outside of the usual Windows folders, such as I have a folder here called prod, so I have all of my production files here related to music production. Make sure you also back up things like that so you don't lose them. Really think about what you have to take care of. I don't think this applies to all of you. I do some video editing in DaVinci Resolve. So if I open up DaVinci Resolve here now, we can see that it has all of my projects here in this list, all of my YouTube projects. So I can open it up. If you have a lot of applications like this, if you have applications where it stores project files like Adobe Lightroom, maybe DaVinci Resolve, maybe Adobe Premiere. Make sure you have backupped your project files, because DaVinci Resolve saves them somewhere. I'm not sure where it saves the project files. I have to investigate that. But this is just one thing I wanted to make you aware of, that you have to think about all of these things. Make sure you know where the project files of things you are working on are, and make sure you know how to back up them so you can restore them again after you have done a clean install of Windows. As for installing Windows, I usually just use an USB drive stick and I download the USB installation tool. Something like this works just fine. Just stick it into your PC and download the Windows installation tool. You just go to your favorite web browser and you go to Google and you type Windows 10 USB tool, for example, and this is in Norwegian. It will probably pop up in your language, but download the ISO file sounds right. Scroll down a little bit and click download the tool, and it downloads the tool, media creation tool, and you click that. You say yes. Just take a USB drive, plug it in your PC. It's going to be formatted, just so you know. Windows is going to be installed, or the Windows installation. You can put the Windows installation on this drive. You put that one in your PC. You restart your PC, press F8 or F10 or whatever you have to press to start up from this one, and the installation will start. So I have a few hard drives connected to my PC. I have the SSD where I have my Windows install, some games and things I'm working on. And then I have a storage hard drive where I have things that I don't really need that fast access to, and as a backup and things like that. So I have offloaded things from my SSD drive to my backup drive, and when I install Windows, I have a big desktop PC, so this applies maybe for you. I usually just disconnect all of my hard drives in my PC that I am not going to delete, because I did one time accidentally format a backup drive. And that wasn't that fun. I had to download my backups from the cloud. Fortunately, I had them there, but it takes a lot of time. So I usually just disconnect my hard drives where I'm not going to install anything on while I install Windows. And when the Windows installation is finished, when it's only been installed on that drive in the PC, I just connect all of my other hard drives in the PC again. And it's just fine. But I have to say, I just recently reinstalled my son's PC. He has 3 or 4 small SSDs in his computer, and I didn't do that. I just installed on the actual drive I was going to format, and it worked just fine. So I don't think this is I don't think you have to do that. It's just a recommendation, that because if you accidentally format it, you can't format it if it's not connected to the PC. If you only have the drive you're going to install on in your PC, it's fine. So I hope this helped in some way. Just think about the things you have to back up. Try to think about the projects you're working on. As I said earlier, it can be something easily forgettable. Text documents, maybe offload some of big games, like if you don't want to download Arc again, which is 200 gigabytes, you could offload that to an external hard drive. But most of the applications you can download and install again. If I forgot anything, I apologize. Mention that in the comments below, and I will probably favorite it if it's really important. Good luck with your clean install of Windows. I'm going to start it out now, try out this new SSD, see how that works, and I just wanted to make a video about it because maybe you're going to do it. Anyways, thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.